Bath and Body Works. This has been a long overdue conversation. Let's discuss it. Hey, what's up? I'm Rekeema. Welcome to detaileddream, where the primary focus is to expose you to the expansive world of luxury goods for yourself and your home. Okay, let's get straight to the point. However it may seem, I do not dislike Bath and Body Works candles. In fact, I'm not sure if everyone is aware of this, but it's actually where I got my start with home fragrances. When anyone asks me where I got my start with home fragrances, that answer will always be Bath and Body Works. It's not like I just jumped directly into luxury candles. 5 years ago, I didn't even know luxury candles even existed. I used to be a regular shopper at Bath and Body Works for so many years. Candles and hand soaps is usually what I bought most of the time. My favorite go-to scents were always eucalyptus spearmint and mahogany teak wood. Those were such incredible scents for me. I didn't need anything else but those two candles. I haven't been to a BBW store in quite some time, so I'm not sure if they still carry those scents, but I'm almost certain that they probably do. And for a moment in time, I used to think, yeah, this is it. I can sit back and relax. I don't need anything else but these two candles because there isn't anything that can top these scents. That's until I started building my fragrance collection and I was suddenly exposed to these different extraordinary fragrances with incredible scent profiles. It's not like I started to look at Bath and Body Works candles in a bad way. I just wanted something that had a little more value, I guess you can say. Those two candles that I love so much didn't give me the same joy that I once felt with them. I wanted something to match the fragrances I was wearing. I wanted my home to smell luxury as well. And then I was introduced to diptyque candles, and the rest was history. I've recently seen a spike with questions along the line of, what are your thoughts on Bath & Body Works candles? Why don't you review Bath & Body Works candles? Or plainly asking, why do you dislike Bath & Body Works candles so much? I'm guessing that ranking video I did last year didn't help this situation at all. And I'm going to be ranking these brands all the way from extraordinary all the way down to Bath & Body Works. No, I'm joking. I am just kidding. Okay, now what you may be wondering is, well, if you don't dislike Bath & Body Works candles, then what are your thoughts on them? At this point in my candle journey with discovering everything that home fragrance has to offer, what it comes down to basically is just personal preference and what I expect from home fragrances. Candles more specifically. Bath & Body Works candles honestly just doesn't provide what I look for in candles. They used to at one point, but with this exposure to so many other brands, there are so many different stories, different scents that I rather dive into. Here's the thing, there's one major factor that I've noticed once I started getting into the world of luxury home fragrance, and that's the feeling of exclusivity. Think about this for a second. When you go to your nearest shopping mall or shopping center, whatever you want to call it, you will 9.5 times out of 10 see a Bath & Body Works store every single time. Now, if you ask someone, do they know what a Bath & Body Works store is? More than likely, they'll tell you yes. Even if they've never been inside, they'll probably say something along the lines of, oh, that's the store I walk past with the really strong candle smell. Now, ask that same person, do they know what a Trudon or a diptyque store is? They'll probably look at you like you're trying to learn a new language. The point I'm trying to make is that Bath & Body Works doesn't have that same exclusivity feeling that luxury brands tend to hold. I'm a quick 5-minute walking distance from a BBW store now. They're just very easy to get to. But with luxury brands, you have to work a little harder to access them. You will not walk into most shopping malls and find a Trudon store, for example. You can find a couple candle brands inside of stores like Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's, but not everyone has access to those type of stores or live in close proximity to one. And if you do, they more than likely won't have every scent that brand has to offer. Sometimes you may be able to find just a couple luxury candle brand storefronts that you kind of have to hunt down or travel a long distance to. Again, if there are any. However, you will be able to find a lot of these luxury candle brand storefronts in places like New York and Paris. Bath & Body Works stores are just plentiful. They've done a great job at staying in your mind, consciously or subconsciously. You'll see them at storefronts, sometimes in close proximity to another BBW store, on top of already being inside of almost every shopping center. Running into one is inevitable. I mean, that's how I started buying from them. They were easy to get to and they were very affordable. The deals they have are still one for the books. Those SAS sales used to have me in a chokehold. 5 candles for less than $30. I mean, who would want to leave that? Some content creators on YouTube can even do better than that with combining different coupons. They really have it down to a science. The marketing Bath & Body Works has is truly outstanding, and I think they know that. When you can get multiple candles for the price of one $30 luxury candle, why would you want anything different? I still get to experience the different sales and candles though, because I watch a lot of Bath & Body Works YouTube creators. If you don't know, I'm telling you now, there are tons of BBW creators on YouTube, and I enjoy watching them. I love to learn and watch everything that's going on with home fragrance. I mean, everything. I'm kind of obsessive over it. I really love seeing the massive collections. At this point, I watch more YouTube than TV. I spend quite a lot of time just searching through different fragrance and candle channels, just absorbing everything I can. Some of my current favorite Bath & Body Works content I like to watch comes from Queen of the Girl Geeks. It's such a fun name. She covers a lot of different brands like Bath & Body Works, and she cranks out so much content, like 2 to 3 videos a day. She is working, and I love her stuff. The Candle channel has great BBW content as well. He really takes his time to go in depth with the scents, and I appreciate his knowledge. And Boho Guru is a channel I started watching recently thanks to my recommendation page. She has incredible haul content of mostly BBW candles and essentially everything else they have to offer. Even if the content isn't necessarily for me, like I will never buy bubblegum hand wash, but I'll watch it. I'm just a forever student to anything I can get my eyes and ears on pertaining to home fragrance. There are so many other great channels that covers BBW candles extensively, but for right now, when I see videos from those channels, I'm watching it. So if you're looking for some great coverage on BBW, I highly recommend checking those channels out. I realized a long time ago the fan base for this brand is substantially large, maybe even rivaling the Beehive fan base. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I meant no offense to the Beehive. But with the amount of content available for Bath & Body Works, I basically feel there needs to be different content on other brands. Most luxury candle brands are still small businesses that needs the exposure more. Others, I would classify as niche brands that are very popular, but only to the people that know about them and collect their scents. They also need exposure because there are so many people that doesn't even know they exist. Letting you know about great candles and brands, it's part of my job. I want to let as many people possible know about them. And hopefully, the more people that experience these extraordinary candles, the more content and channels are created for even greater exposure for the brands that really need it. And then there's the scent quality compared to luxury candles. So there's a scale of different types of luxury home candles you'll find. On one end of the spectrum, you'll find your ultra high-end luxury candles, typically of a higher price tag. And on the other end of that spectrum, you have the more everyday luxury candles you wouldn't mind burning daily, the more affordable candles. Now, you have the spectrum of many different luxury brands, and they all have one thing in common, and that's the quality of their scents. It's something you wouldn't be able to find with Bath & Body Works candles. I think I should say, of course, this is just my personal opinion. The quality of Bath & Body Works scents tend to smell a little synthetic with no soul, I guess you can say. There's also the thing of rebranding the same scents just with a different name and vessel design. It feels a lot like fast fashion where they just want you to buy without really taking into consideration the needs of the client, because that's basically what they are. No matter how big the brand is, a loyal and returning shopper is a client. Bath & Body Works lacks the feeling of buying something you're really excited about. I feel like they've numbed that feeling with the glamour of their generous sales and overconsumption. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but at this point of experiencing what a good candle is, I can't help but come to this conclusion. Again, just my personal opinion, because when you buy a luxury candle, it feels like you're buying something that's actually worth it because of the time and effort that went into making that specific home fragrance. It's not an item that feels like it was mass produced. When you're paying a certain amount for any fragrance, you're taking your time to really consider the scent and the quality of it. I didn't notice this at the time, but now that I look back on my experience burning the 3-wick BBW candles, I noticed I was wiping up black soot from the surface that the candle sat on. At the time, I thought it was a normal thing that candles did. Not saying luxury candles doesn't have sooting problems, but it's a rare occurrence for me. I can't speak on the burning experience of Bath & Body Works candles now, so I'm not sure if that's still an issue. If you burn their candles, let me know of your current experience. And also let me know if you're a fan of the eucalyptus spearmint scent. I hope it's as good as I remember it to be. Bath & Body Works is still around for a reason. Their fan base cannot be touched. For most people, their candles will do just fine. They have no desire to try any other candle brand, and that's perfectly fine. Who am I to tell someone not to burn something? If you like it and that's your thing, by all means, don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I'm just a guy who shares his opinions on home fragrance. I hope this answers some of the questions some of you have asked surrounding Bath & Body Works candles. And who knows, you might see a candle feature in the future. But for now, my goal is to expose you to the many other luxury small business and niche home fragrance brands.